Do you mind if I stay for a while? All snuggle up in each other's arms. Do you mind if I stay by your side? Just looking at you as the time goes by. Do you mind if I stay by your side? Just looking at you as the time goes by.
Hey everyone, Original OC with you on the Original OC channel. It is Saturday, the 15th of March, 2025. Happy Saturday to everyone. The topic for today, among others, is the journey to Nautilus Heaven, the stairway to Nautilus Heaven, according to Brody. We're going to be talking about Patek Philippe as we head into Watches and Wonders. Patek Philippe enthusiasts and collectors brace for all-out civil war heading into the release of the 2025 novelties. Never have we seen the Patek Philippe community so polarized and at odds with each other. Patek loyalists defending the brand at all costs, and naysayers and haters attacking the brand with vicious fervor. And we will be talking about that in great detail. The link to join the panel, a few housekeeping things before we get started. The link to join the panel is in the chat. I will drop a note here. It says join the panel. Boom. Okay. That's your link to join the panel. Number 2, like the show. Hit the upvote button. Let's get to 15 likes. Let's get to 15 likes out of the gate. Number 3, thank you very much to all of the viewers and all of the members and all the super chatters. We have YouTube Premium. Thanks to you guys. I'm on YouTube Premium. Thank you for the shaming, the constant and continual shaming. But I've done it. I have taken the plunge. I invested $140 into an annual subscription of YouTube Premium. So I want to thank John D. and specifically John D. and SE for funding that. Thank you, John D. Thank you, SE, and all of the incredible members for helping me, and to all the super chatters. Very much appreciated. We're on YouTube Premium, guys. No more ads. All right. All that out of the way. Let's say hello to the chat. Let's see who we have. We have our 30 people watching on Saturday afternoon. By the way, we have a spicy show coming up. Spicy show. We are going to be talking about Patek Philippe loyalists abandoning the brand. And we've got collectors, and we're talking about big collectors, pulling the plug on Patek Philippe. We've got dissension within the community. We've got strife, and I don't want to inflame the issue. I don't want to incite an insurrection, but I think the community is very close to out and out civil war. So I don't want to create any hyperbole over this issue. I don't want to dramatize it, but let's just say we're very close to full out fucking civil war over Patek Philippe. I've never seen anything like this. If you agree, jump on the panel. If you don't, type in your comments in the chat. By the way, also we have a poll running. We have a poll running right now. I want to get to at least 25 votes, but we may want to extend it in order to ensure statistical significance. What do you dislike most about Patek Philippe? I mean, there's even people who love Patek Philippe have to have something that they don't find particularly endearing. And here are your choices. There's no all of the above. You got to pick one. You got to think about this, guys. You got to think carefully. This channel requires critical thinking. This is smartwatch talk for the smart collector. No trolls allowed here. No trolls. Trolls can vote in the poll, but come on. But we need critical thinkers. What do you dislike most about Patek Philippe? Number 1, Terry Stern's arrogant comments. Number 2, the looks of the Cubitus. Number 3, the fact that some of their watches sell for under retail, in some cases significantly under retail. Or number 4, a suboptimal journey or poor customer experience. Which one is the most concerning to you? Vote in the poll. All right. Good housekeeping stuff out of the way. Now, let's get to business. Let's get to business with John D. First in the chat. Thank you, John D. John D, very generous super chatter on the last show, and he helped fund the YouTube Premium. Thank you very much, John D. Appreciate it. Logan Hall shamed me in the chat over not having YouTube Premium, and he super chatted. So thank you, Logan Hall, a member of the OC channel. Thank you. Got Mathis in the chat, who's also a member here. Thank you very much. We have, who else do we have here? We have Brody, also a member of the original OC channel. What is the best stairway to Nautilus Heaven. We can talk about that. That's also a very big concern within the community, is the journey, the Patek Philippe journey from the authorized dealer in order to get super desirable pieces. It's a tough one, man. I got to tell you, it is a tough call. Got Van Lux in the chat. I will not read your comment, but everybody in the chat can can read it. We've got Goldfinger 0808, who I will see in a little over 2 weeks in Geneva, Switzerland. What's up, Goldfinger? Good to have you here. We have BW, also a member of the original OC channel. Greetings, everyone. No vicious fervor from me. No, we need vicious fervor. We need all our friends in Florida to exhibit vicious fervor over this issue. Thanks for being here, BW. And we've got Vamal from Canada, also a member. Dingo Dave from Australia is in the chat. Over 30 people watching. That is awesome on a Saturday afternoon. Hey, no biggie, Sal, member of the OC channel, upvoted I cannot afford YouTube Premium ever since I became a member of the OC channel. No regrets. Well, no biggie, Sal is a member at like the $400 a month level. There's like 3 or 4 people that are members at a very high level, and no biggie, Sal is one of them. So I can't blame you for not being able to afford YouTube Premium or like lavish car loans or even rent, because your OC channel membership obligations are significant. Thank you, no biggie, Sal. One of the first guys to become a member of this channel, and it will never go unnoticed or unappreciated. All right, guys, if you are watching this channel and you're not banned, type in a comment in the chat. Say hello. There's a chance. Listen, about 30% of you are banned in the chat. There's just no getting around that. Sorry, but 30% of the viewers here can't comment in the chat. That's just the way it is. But we do appreciate that you're watching, because great content is something that should be consumed. Consume great content. And if you don't have access to great content, come here and consume content on this channel, which is mediocre but barely acceptable on a Saturday afternoon. Let's get to the topic. Oh, by the way, I want to pull up something. I'm going to get to this. Yeah. We're going to be talking about this. One of the most vocal and well-respected Patek Philippe collectors is done with Patek Philippe. Yeah. And we're going to be discussing this in detail. So this is, we'll be covering this in detail, but first I wanted to, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything, any news? Oh, let me pull up something. Big news in, hold on a second. I didn't really plan for the show, so don't be surprised if it's a little disjointed. But for those of you in New York City, big news in the Big Apple. Very big news in the Big Apple. Let me see if I can pull this up without doxing. Oh, man, these sites with their ads, pretty bad. Let's see here. Shout out to Swiss luxury brand Audemars Piguet, who will be relocating their flagship 57th Street boutique in 2026 to the corner of 60th and 5th Avenue. I reached out to my friends at Patek Philippe. They are very, at Audemars Piguet, they are very, very excited about this move. In about a year and a half, they will be moving locations from their flagship 57th Street location, which is kind of a small boutique right across the street from Richard Mille. They will be moving to 60th and 5th Avenue. After 50 years as a faceless bank branch, it's time for the precious corner space on the ground floor of 785 5th Avenue to finally welcome a retail tenant. Swiss luxury watchmaker Audemars Piguet signed a lease for the entire 12,000 square foot corner at East 60th Street. That's right, 60th Street and 5th Avenue, 12,000 square foot location. The new lease extends the prime 5th Avenue shopping corridor a full block north. Audemars Piguet will share the block with Sherry Netherland Hotel and Cipriani's flagship restaurant. The asking rent for the two-level space was $4.8 million a year, according to sources. I believe that source was Commercial Observer. For those of you in the real estate business, I believe the source was Commercial Observer. The previous narrow bank windows have been replaced with large, square, shopper-friendly windows. The changes, which required the blessing of the Landmarks Preservation Commission because the building stands in a historic district, were facilitated by Sunday Development, a consulting and development firm that works with what founder Jean Lavallee calls unconventional owners, such as co-op corporations. They brought us in to shepherd the redevelopment of 785 5th retail space. Challenges included getting the board to invest in the changes before a tenant was found and to excite the retailers over a, quote, forgotten corner of 5th Avenue, a block north of where the Dior and Apple stores are at the GM building. So there you go. Audemars Piguet. This is an old picture, by the way, old picture of what it used to look like with the old windows here. Congratulations to Audemars Piguet, moving locations in 2026 to 60th and 5th Avenue. We got America 5726 in the chat. What's up? Good to see America here. All right. Something else I wanted to share before we talk about Patek Philippe. Let me see. By the way, vote in the poll, guys. Let's see. Let's get to, we already have over 30 votes in the poll. I'll keep the poll running. Let's see if we can get to 40 votes. See if we can get to 40 votes. If you want to join me on the panel, the link to the panel will be dropped here. Now, I got something a little bit controversial to share. A little bit controversial. Let me just check something real quick. All right. Cool. Check this out. Check this out. Nico Leonard did a video, and the video is entitled 10 Watch Brands You Need to Avoid at All Costs. I think it'd be funny to watch this. I might actually agree with everything that he says. You never know. Let me know if you guys agree. Let's go through this. It's a short video, very short video. So let's go through Nico Leonard's top watch brands that you need to avoid at all costs. And you guys can follow along with me, and we'll see if we agree. Move myself over to the side here. There he is. Shout out to Nico Leonard. You can find his channel on YouTube. I actually don't watch a lot of Nico Leonard videos, but this one kind of caught my eye. Let's see. I will just to be fair, I will drop a link to his channel in the chat. Yeah, I'll send a few subscribers his way. Maybe he'll appreciate it. There's the link to his channel. All right, 10 watch brands you need to avoid at all costs. Hey, Double D, what's up? Good to see Double D in the chat. Double D, let's check your WhatsApp. Let's do this.
These are the 10 watch brands you should avoid at all costs. Never buy, run away, never put on your wrist. Like, never. There's 3 honorable mentions I will go through very quickly. First honorable mention is Jaeger-LeCoultre. For sure, an incredible watch company known back in the day.
Ooh. Oh, man. Right out the gate? Really? JLC right out the gate as an honorable mention that you should never buy? Ooh, I don't know. Do you guys agree with that? Let's assume that he means never buy at retail. That'll make it easier. Never buy at retail. Should you never buy JLC at retail? I'm going to agree. I'll tell you what, just for the sake of spiciness, I'll agree. I'll agree. This is, listen, guys, there are only 4 brands. Only 4 brands you should consider buying. As you well know, we're in the middle of a global moratorium on watch purchases. We are in the midst of a global boycott on the Swiss watch industry and retailers. Only approved purchases can be made, and only purchases of the following 4 brands: Rolex, Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, and Richard Mille. Those are the only 4 brands. There are no pre-approved exceptions. All exceptions have to be approved by the Watch Community Committee. Okay? Now, here we go. So JLC, do not buy.
Jaeger-LeCoultre, for sure an incredible watch company known back in the day as the watchmaker's watchmaker that made all the movements for the top of the watch industry. Well, that time is over. I'm not saying that
it's over. The time is over. It's over, guys. It's done. The whole industry right now is done. And the brands that aren't carrying their weight are done.
Watchmaker that made all the movements for the top of the watch industry. Well, that time is over. I'm not saying that they're making shit watches, but catch yourself on a standard reverso for £8,100. Are you absolutely out of your mind? Please do me a favor, Jaeger-LeCoultre. Go back in your lane. If you're charging £8,100, you need to make sure that everything is top level. I feel.
So I'm going to turn on the subtitles. That way we can read along.
£8,100, you need to make sure that everything is top level. I feel you guys raised the prices and reduced your quality control, including the finish of your movement.
Start making great watches again.
You're not a bad brand. You're really cool. But at this point, Jaeger-LeCoultre.
You got my joke now?
No, what was that?
You said they're really cool. I said they're Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Oh. Yeah, that's funny. that was funny.
For that.
Well, Jaeger-LeCoultre.
I haven't watched this video. I have not watched this video in its entirety. I'm reacting to it just as you guys are in real time. And that's part of the fun, right? I haven't watched it. And so I'm reacting in real time with you guys. Hey, shout out to Mike Lewis in the chat. And hello to Tom Voss. And hello to Skip Intro. Skip Intro is a member. Hey, OC, did you hear people burglarizing those pro athletes? Had a fencing operation with some of the 47th Street. Yeah, of course they did. Of course. I mean, where do you think all the fencing goes on? It's either on Canal Street or on 47th Street. It's not disparaging anybody in particular. It's just saying that that's where the watches get bought, sold, and traded. So you're going to have some shady characters there. So that's what's going to happen.
Get your act together. Second honorable mention is for Zenith. Do me a favor. Get your shit together. You're part of the LVMH group.
Ooh, Zenith. Zenith has taken a fucking nosedive over the past 3 years. Absolute disaster of a brand. I agree with him on this one as well. Let's hear his reasonings. Let's hear his rationale.
Second honorable mention is for Zenith. Do me a favor. Get your shit together. You're part of the LVMH group. I completely get it. You're starting to look like Hublot. Straps, casing, everything. It starts to look so dissimilar to Hublot. Like the entire DNA of Hublot is...
So dissimilar, or does he mean similar? It looks so dissimilar. I think he means it looks so similar. I think he messed up.
In everything, it starts to look so dissimilar.
Some of the models, are so derivative of other brands. You have models that look like AP, you have models that look like Hublot, models that copy Rolex. It's really a fucking disaster what they've done. I mean, I have a Zenith. I love Zenith. Shout out to all the people in the chat that have Zenith and love it. I know Double D has Zenith. Maybe he still has it. Maybe he got rid of it. I don't know. But I love Zenith, but let's admit it, over the last 3 years, they've been a fucking disaster. I wouldn't be surprised if they get shut down. LVMH should actually probably shut them down. It's over for these guys.
You're starting to look like Hublot. Straps, casing, everything. It starts to look so dissimilar to Hublot. Like the entire DNA of Hublot is now getting into your brand. Stop doing that. Zenith is mad crazy important and is responsible for the El Primero, the first ever fully integrated, fully automatic chronograph and wristwatch. Absolutely the bollocks. Historically.
Yeah. I love that story too. I love the chronograph movement. I'm not really a movement guy, but I love the story of the movement and how it powered so many great, so many watches of so many great brands, and it also powered the Daytona for that period of time. So I get it. I love it. I love the story of the guy who went up to the attic and he found the parts, and they revived the brand. Blah blah blah. I love it. I love the star. I even like the name Zenith. It's kind of cool. It's like the star in the sky, like the Zenith. I get it, but past few years have been absolutely disastrous. Holy shit. Double D OC literally just traded my Zenith this week, plus money for a Vacheron Constantin 56. That would be your second Vacheron? Is that your second Vacheron, or did you also at some point get rid of your first Vacheron? Holy shit. Guys, Zenith is on a downward spiral. I don't think they could be saved. Double D, let me know. Do you still have the earlier Vacheron, the dress one? And you just added the 56? Let me know. Oh, 2 in the stable. Okay, you got 2 in the stable. 2 Vacherons. 2 members of the Holy Trinity. By the way, feel free to jump on. Anybody can jump on. It's an open panel. Open panel this afternoon. Anybody jumping on will be better than just me alone. Literally, nobody wants to hear me. No one wants to hear me giving commentary over this Nico Leonard video. But you're stuck with this. You're stuck with this content. What can I tell you? It's Saturday afternoon. You've got no choices. You've got nothing else better going on. So you're here. So you're stuck with me.
Very important. However, the name does sound like a Russian hover brand. Zenith was unbelievable, but now they're really losing their DNA. I love your heritage line and something. You have the people inside the business that make the right decision.
No, I don't think they have the right strategy. I think it's over for them. I can't think of a single thing that they could do to make the brand desirable again. I think they're toast.
But there's also
it's too competitive, guys. It's too competitive, guys. There are over 400 Swiss brands, and there are only 4 that really matter, right? So how is Zenith gonna compete for your mind share, for your wallet share? You know, there's too many other good choices.
So retards that should be shot. So get shot of these retards and start making great watches again. Yeah, thanks. Third honorable mention, Panerai. I'm not gonna really go.
Panerai. Well, I'm a little bit biased because I don't own a Panerai and I don't love the brand. I'm sorry, I just don't love them. I get it. I get their look. They have a unique style. I think every rich person should have a Panerai. You know, I think Panerai is a great, Saturday morning watch. Right now it's Saturday afternoon, but let's say you're super rich, just fucking throw on the Panerai. You're going out to the garden to, I don't know, you can like have a cup of coffee on the patio or whatever. Throw on the fucking Panerai. I get it, but I don't know. For me, Panerai is like so far down the list. So far down the list. It's Panerai is not gonna. I don't see a reason for anybody who, other than the ultra rich, to buy Panerai. Hey, we got Omar in the chat. Omar says, I think you're a bit of a prisoner of the moment, OC. Zenith, I'll pronounce it the French way, Zenith, doesn't even make that many pieces per year to begin with. That's true. They make about 10,000 pieces a year. They still have ample opportunity to get things fixed. Well, I'll tell you this, Omar. When I first got into the hobby and I bought my Zenith in 2020, they were making 13,000 pieces a year. Okay, and they told the new guy, Julien Tournard, they said, "Yo, you better turn this brand around because if you don't start making 30,000 pieces a year, you're done." Okay, so he was at 13, and they said, "Listen, you better fucking have this brand take off, do some cool shit, and because we need you to make 30,000 pieces a year in order to be profitable." And you know what happened? They came out with the Chronomaster Sport, and it was a hit. It was an absolute hit. Okay, and people bought it, and people paid good money for it. It was a great value too at the time, $10,000 for that watch. Up against the Daytona, which was absolutely unobtainium at the time. But look what's happened since. Now they're back down to 10,000 units a year. So it's over. It's over. So there's nothing that they could do to go from 10,000 pieces a year to 15,000 pieces a year, let alone 30,000. So these guys they're losing money. They're hemorrhaging. LVMH should actually pull the plug on these guys. It's going to happen. They're going to have to do it eventually. So you might as well do it now. Look, Rolex pulled the plug on Karl F. Bucherer, and Rolex has infinite resources. They could have kept that brand going for decades. But LVMH should pull the plug on Zenith. You heard it here first. And with respect to Panerai, I think people who have Panerais are cool. And I understand why they have Panerais, but I would never have one. And I agree with Nico that you shouldn't buy one. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Let's continue on.
Really go, what are you doing? Your watches are not worth as much as you're saying. You're flooding the market with dog shit. They can buy them for 60%.
It's dog shit, guys. It's fucking dog shit. You're flooding the market with dog shit.
Your watches are not worth as much as you're saying. You're flooding the market with dog shit. They can buy them for 60% off. I loved Panerai. I thought it was really, really cool back in the day. Now, it's just nothing anymore. Listen to your...
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Your customers. It's that easy. 10 years ago, your watches were 25% the price that it is now. You raised it 4 times. It's not worth the money. It's basic bullshit.
Bullshit. Basic bullshit, guys. Did they really raise the price that much? Yeah, probably because they were available at discounts, big discounts, 5 or 6 years ago. And now they're selling at list, and the list price has gone way, way up. I get it. Like Panerai is like a masculine watch. It's a manly watch. It's a rugged looking watch. It's for real men. That's not me. I want, I want hype pieces. I want hype pieces that are men's jewelry, that look flashy on the wrist, that impress people, that are great in flex wars. Panerai. Who has a good Panerai? Lucky Bastard in Philadelphia. Great. That's a perfect Panerai. It looks great on him. He's a kind of a cool looking guy. Panerai looks awesome on him. But if you don't look like Lucky Bastard, then you probably shouldn't have one. You got to be a man's man to have a Panerai.
We've got the cool watches out of the way. Let's get to the bad ones.
Well, let's go to the bad ones. Bremont.
Davide.
Davide.
Bad day to be Davide.
It's a bad day to be Davide. Davide Sorrento. The relative.
What the fuck is that? Davide Sorrento. I never fucking heard. What the hell is he talking about?
It's a bad day to be Davide. Davide Sorrento, the relatively new CEO of Bremont. Let me tell you.
Oh, fuck me dead. Fucking Bremont. How could they? I mean, that they're not even worth being in this video. I mean, not only should they be avoided at all costs, they should be fucking burned at the stake. Come on. I guess it's good. It's good to cover them in this video because it's gonna get all the British people mad at you. But there are no good British brands. There are zero good British brands, and Bremont might exemplify the worst of the worst. So that's why he's doing it. Hey, we got Carlos Martin in the chat. What's up, Carlos? Guys, if you're watching, holy shit, 50 people watching. Guys, upvote the live stream. I'm going to check the likes. Come on, guys. Let's get to 25 likes. If there's actually 50, let's go for 30 likes. 30 likes. If there's actually 50 real people watching. Come on, even the lurkers, throw me a like. Come on, even the lurkers can throw me a like. In all fairness, come on, guys. Let's see. There's still a poll going on, by the way. The poll is about Patek Philippe. The thing that I dislike most about Patek Philippe is A, Terry Stern's arrogant comments, B, the looks of the cubitus, C, that some watches may go for under retail, or D, bad journey requirements and or poor customer experience. You can only vote for one. You can only vote for one vote in the poll. We'll get to 50. When we get to 50 votes, then we will have achieved statistical significance. Huge shout out to Dear Artifact, member of the OC channel. Thank you for being a member. For those of you, by the way, if you're a member, please click on the currency icon next to the chat. Make sure you don't have a free member milestone chat just sitting there. You have to use it or else you lose it. They do not carry over from month to month. So please use your super chat, your free super chat. If you don't have a star next to your name, click on the link in the chat to become a member. I want to thank all the members. They pay for YouTube Premium, so we're watching this video advertising free. Thanks to you guys. That's right. I said I would buy YouTube Premium. If you super chatted, I bought it. I stuck to my word. All right, let's continue on. So far, we've got JLC, Zenith, Panerai, and Brim. I should write these down. Hold on a second. I'm going to write these down. And we can go through them at the end here. Got pen and paper here. Let's see. JLC was number 1. That was an honorable mention. Plus Zenith, Panerai. Those were the 3 honorable mentions. Number 1 is Bremont, which is an absolute no fucking brainer. Worst fucking British dog shit in the history of watchmaking. So let's hear what Nico has to say about it. Shout out to Nico Leonard, by the way. If you want to subscribe to Nico's channel, I'm subscribed. I don't watch all his videos, but I'm subscribed. So check it out. I'll drop the link. Become a subscriber of the Nico Leonard channel. Let's continue on.
Tell you a wee bit about Bremont. Bremont is an English watch brand. I wouldn't say real watchmakers, but you know what? Nick and John.
Nope, they're not real watchmakers. They are not real watchmakers. Nope, they're not. How do I know this? I have no idea, but I'm just repeating whatever he says.
Started the watch brand. I wouldn't say real watchmakers, but you know what? Nick and Giles started the watch brand in 2002. They made some really cool watches. Some were
No, they didn't. Let's not get crazy here. They didn't make any good watches. So, do I know anything about what they made? No, but that doesn't prevent me from making a blanket statement that an uninformed, unqualified, and blanket statement that they didn't make any good watches. That's what I think.
Started the watch brand in 2002. They made some really cool.
You're gonna buy watches from these guys.
Nick and Giles.
These are the guys that you're gonna trust with your watchmaking? No.
Started the watch brand in 2002. They made some really cool watches. Some were not really my taste, and it doesn't have to be. They created an incredible community with really cool people. You could be proud of wearing a Bremont. Nick and Giles sold.
What? What did he just say?
Incredible community with really cool people. You could be proud of wearing a Bremont.
Disagree. You could never, ever be proud wearing a Bremont. No offense to the brand, but that's not a cool community, and you cannot be proud wearing a Bremont. No offense.
Nick and Giles sold this. I think Bill Ackman and another investment company bought Bremont for approximately $50 million and appointed David.
Overpaid. Way overpaid. The company's worthless, in my opinion. I'm not speaking as a financial analyst, but the brand is worthless. There's no way you should have paid anything for this brand.
Davide as the new CEO. Well, that's not a mad problem, right? Fair enough. I have nothing against Davide, by the way. I've never met the guy.
Yep, I got nothing against him either, other than the fact that he runs a terrible company.
Not a mad problem, right? Fair enough. I have nothing against Davide, by the way. I've never met the guy. He looks like a high school professor you need to watch out for with your kids.
What the hell is this? Is that an actual picture? Or is that like photoshopped? That can't be a picture. That cannot be a real picture. Guys in the chat, is this someone that is the head of Bremont? Really? Get the hell out of here.
Davide gets in power and completely changes the brand from the bottom up to the moon. Starts changing the logo, the brand message, and every bit of identity that was connected to Bremont.
It wasn't good anyway, so it doesn't matter.
A bit of spice.
Launched it during Watches and Wonders 2024. When the show opened, we arrived.
2024? What?
Launched it during Watches and Wonders 2024. When the show opened, we arrived. Literally, first thing, you couldn't miss it. Bremont there with a new logo that literally looked like Stone Island. I thought it was funny. Made a joke. Did Bremont there with a new logo.
Like Bremont, new logo. Who cares what they do? I mean, they could come up with these guys aren't going to save the company. It's over for them.
That literally looked like Stone Island.
Hey, shout out to Stone Island. They make really good jackets.
I thought it was funny. Made a joke. Davide, the new CEO, thought it was then appropriate to block me on social media and didn't want to speak with any, whatever. Fucking arrogant dickhead. This guy just wanted to start a watch brand, but never had the money to really do it. He got himself wormed in as the new CEO of Bremont and basically started his own personal branding mission, design mission, creative mission with a brand that actually has a lot of fans. And that wasn't well received at all. And this is a
Man, he's going on and on and on about Bremont. Who gives a fuck? They're done. I agree. No one should ever buy this brand ever.
Big learning. When you have a brand, you want to change things, you don't change their entire identity immediately. It's just an empty watch brand that doesn't have a mission, that doesn't have
that is something with which I can agree. It's an empty watch brand that doesn't have a mission, and they don't have any good watches. How about that?
Have an identity. It has absolutely nothing for the price of a f***ing Rolex. Brand
What, they're expensive? Please don't tell me those watches sell for more than like 500 pounds. I mean, please. With the stupid propeller on the back. Come on. It's over. That segment was way too long, Nico. It was way too long. It was very detailed. Shout out to the comprehensiveness of it. Very well researched. You know your watch knowledge. Good for you. But it was torture. Torture listening to all that stuff about Bremont. Awful brand. Awful brand. You got it right, my friend. You've got it right. Don't ever buy them, ever. Whole Milk in the chat says Bremont had fans. Correct. They did not.
number 9.
Number 9. Here we. Oh,
Aventi. The fact that I actually named them is already an embarrassment for
completely fucking embarrassing. I can't tell you how many awful YouTubers spruiked Aventi. And if you know who I'm talking about, if you know of a YouTuber or a social media influencer who spruiked Aventi, fucking shame them in the chat, because those fucking pricks deserve to be called out for what they did. They tried to shove that plastic fucking garbage brand down the throats of gullible watch collectors who thought it was going to be the next Richard Mille. What a fucking joke. Absolute fucking embarrassment. And you had these YouTubers come on spruiking Aventi. And from the very beginning, I said I would never, ever, ever touch that watch. There were some people who said it was the best watch in the world. They said it was the most incredible value, that it had the DNA of Richard Mille at 1/1000th the price or whatever it was. There were models of Aventis that sold for $5,000 or $10,000. And those people are left holding the bag. The watches are literally worthless. I mean, literally worth nothing. You can't even give them away for free. That's how bad they are. Absolute fucking garbage. That's why the company, I hope they're out of business by now. I would hope that they're completely out of business for what they did. Trying to pull a fucking scam on the watch community. And those who fucking supported them and promoted them should be called out for their deliberate misinformation campaign about the brand.
9. Aventi. The fact that I actually named them is already an embarrassment for me. You don't buy them, you stay.
So far, I'm agreeing with everything. JLC, Zenith, Panerai, Bremont, and Aventi. So far, I'm in 100% agreement with Nico Leonard. This watch was a disaster from the very beginning. It's ugly. It's fucking ugly. It's a terrible shape. They had nothing going for them. They were trying to ride the coattails of Richard Mille. They hired a couple of internet spruikers and gray market dealers to mislead the watch buying public, and hopefully it didn't work. Hopefully it didn't work.
Away from them. Seeing the influencers that are getting paid to wear an Aventi was quite embarrassing. Then seeing the application process for their watches, because they were so-called high demand, is an absolute embarrassment. If you see this I need to apply for a watch type of bullshit, it's a lie. You don't have to. It's just to make it feel like it's exclusive while it isn't. Aventi, 100%.
Look how he doxed his own email address here. Oh my God. Look, he doxed his phone number. He doxed his full name. He doxed his, oh no, he doxed his actual personal email address. Guys, I don't support doxing. I don't, but he just self-doxed. Please turn away. Turn away.
It's exclusive while it isn't. Aventi, 100% never buy. And if you wear one, you're a loser. Watch brand number 8. Watch brand.
There you go. That pretty much sums it up. If you buy one, you are a loser. Okay? I hope nobody watching this show bought a Vente. I doubt it. I doubt anybody had even. I mean, maybe you put one on as a fucking joke, like in 2021, because you were at like some bullshit watch fair, and they had them there because they're not sellable. Like, oh, here, try this on. But there was one YouTuber, there was a gray market dealer that was spruiking these as recently as last year. Believe it or not, they did an event in. I don't want to be too specific because you guys will figure out who it is. But they did an event in Miami, and they flew some people down there, and they had the people from Aventi there, and they were still spruiking the watch in 2024. Believe it or not, absolutely disgraceful.
It's a lie. You don't have to. It's just to make it feel like it's exclusive while it isn't. A Venti, 100% never buy. And if you wear one, you're a loser. What?
Yes. I'm in agreement so far with these 5. JLC, Zenith, Panerai are honorable mentions. Fair enough. But Bremont and Aventi, they're the worst 2 fucking brands ever. And you should never buy them.
Watch brand number 8. A watch brand I never thought I would have this conversation with. Richard Mille.
Oh! Boom! Uh-oh. Okay, you might have a little bit of a disagreement with me here. A big disagreement. Richard Mille is one of the 4 brands that's pre-approved, even in the midst of the global watch purchase moratorium.
Expect that?
Since you're wearing one, no.
Yeah, but I love this ARM 6702. And I'm not.
Okay, so he's wearing a Richard Mille 6702. So he's. By the way, sorry for the. I paused it at a weird moment there. Someone screen capture this. It's not me. It's just I happened to pause it at the specific spot. I don't know why it's doing this. Weird camera angle, or I know Nico has a good sense of humor, so. Oh man, I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am on this Saturday afternoon. Upvote the live stream, fuckers. Let's go. Let's get to 40 likes. Come on, man. It's Saturday afternoon, OC channel. We're having a little bit of fun here. Got to tell you, I agree with 90% of what Nico has said so far. I don't agree with Richard Mille, but let's see what he says.
Did you expect that?
Since you're wearing one, no.
Yeah, but I love this ARM 6702. And I'm not a loser. Just to
Oh, okay.
watch brand I never thought I would have this conversation with. Richard Mille. Did you expect that?
Since you're wearing one, no.
Yeah, but I love this ARM 6702. And I'm not a loser. Just to clarify that, I love Richard Mille. I love how it makes me feel. Yes, it's got to do with psychology. Yes, it's got to do with insecurity. Yes, if I wear a Richard Mille, my balls just grow significantly.
Richard Mille associated with insecurity? Oh, I don't agree with that. I think you're very secure if you have a Richard Mille. You're very secure in your own sense of self and your masculinity. And for those female ambassadors of Richard Mille, female fans, I think they feel pretty empowered and secure themselves. So I'm not sure if I agree with that part of it.
To do with insecurity. Yes, if I wear a Richard Mille, my balls just grow significantly bigger than they actually are, mate. This is not my Richard Mille. It's owned by a friend of mine, Owen, and he was very kind to
That's not his? Come on. He should have a Richard Mille.
loan me this watch.
His balls are all shriveled up tonight.
Yeah, no, he has several other Richard Mille, so don't worry about his balls. When I wear Richard Mille, I walk into a room, right? Some people in that room does know what it is. And yes, that is a fulfillment of insecurity. I am
Okay, keep going.
insecure, right?
Turn heads when you walk through the door.
But when I walk, it's not my looks that really make people turn their heads, but oh, yeah, that's
You
it.
don't need makeup to cover up.
Exactly. I just wear Richard Mille.
Be in the way that yours are not.
No, exactly. All right. Is this like a better help?
He's not making a coherent argument. He's not really, let's see if he does. But so far he's just talking about the people who buy them are insecure. And I don't agree with that part. So let's see.
Integration now, or what's the crack?
You're insecure, don't know what for.
All right. If this watch was worth £5,000, it wouldn't make me feel like it makes me feel now. Simple as.
That's true. I mean, the fact that they are so expensive and that they're made of high performance materials and they have calibers that can absorb tremendous shock and are very well engineered. I think it all, and the incredible marketing around sports personalities and racing and things like that. I think they've got the combination right. Are they super expensive? Yeah, but these are watches for super rich people.
A watch gives me confidence. I deliberately choose a specific watch in the morning that makes me feel better when I put it on. I think Richard Mille has peaked way too soon. I think.
Have they peaked? No, that's an interesting point. Have they peaked? I don't know. I mean, maybe we're in the middle of a little bit of a valley here. Maybe things have gone down a little bit. But it remains to be seen whether or not, things are going to turn around. So we shall see.
I think there has been a change in leadership, if I'm correct. If I look at Richard Mille today, they don't have any more tricks in their arsenal. They're doing the same thing but different. I really love.
I mean, I can understand why it seems like they're not doing anything different, because they were such an early innovator with respect to carbon and TPT and those kinds of advanced case materials and really crazy looking movements. But I don't know. I think they have room to evolve. Definitely room to evolve.
Love the older models of Richard Mille. RM1102 with the GMT. I love that watch so much. I hate the RM65. I think it's atrocious. What
do you guys think of the RM65? Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of these carbon cases with the striations in them. I just think it makes, to me, like the dial, the skeletonized movement is like, should be the focal point. And you have enough going on with the dial itself and the colors and the skeletonization and the complications. Why take the focus away from that and put it more on the case? It's just a fucking visual mess. So like, I'm not a huge fan of like the carbon versions of a lot of their pieces. So I think he picked like a good example of something that looks atrocious. So kudos to you for that. But you could have picked something that looked really cool, like a white ceramic version, or something with less polarizing color combinations, a little bit less striking. But these watches are made to be seen. They're made to get attention. It doesn't mean you're insecure. It just means that that's just the style of the watch. This one in particular, I just don't love, so I get it. But they have room. They have room to grow for sure.
Like, I wouldn't want to spend my money on that. The new RMW5 McLaren, or whatever the f you've called it.
Okay, let's take a look at this one.
Want to spend my money on that. The new RMW5.
Yeah, I don't like this one either. I like the regular McLaren Speedtail with, I think it's a titanium case. Again, this is another example with the carbon striation material case that doesn't make the watch look its best. Some people, if you like this particular look, then let me know in the chat. All right, let's take a quick little quick pause to say hi to JB in the chat and Toyota Mo. What's up? If I didn't say hi to you, Whole Milk, hello. Over 50 people watching, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. Since we have over 50 people watching, let's see how many likes we have. Let's check the likes. Wow, 38 likes, pretty good. Let's get to 40 likes. Let's get to 40. If you just joined the show, hit the upvote button. We also have a poll running. The poll is, and the poll relates to this topic, by the way, which I will quickly share. There's a kind of a civil war brewing among Patek Philippe collectors. People are abandoning the brand. Some of them are. And people are fed up. People are fucking done. People are done with Patek Philippe. Are you done? I think as we head into Watches and Wonders and the release of the 2025 novelties, I'm hoping that Patek Philippe hits it out of the park. I really hope they do, because otherwise we are probably on the precipice of a watch civil war. And I don't mean that dramatically. I don't mean that. That's not hyperbole. I'm not being overly dramatic. It's possible that we are on the cusp of a full-blown civil war within the Patek Philippe community. And there is a poll running, and that poll is as follows. The thing that I dislike the most about Patek Philippe, you can only choose one. Think about it carefully. The thing that I don't like about Patek Philippe is, number one, or A, Terry Stern's arrogant comments that he made about the haters. B, the less than super desirable and attractive looks of the Cubitus. C, some of the watches sell for under retail, and indeed some of them sell for well under retail. Or D, an unpleasant journey or poor customer experience. Which one is the one you think is the most critical in hurting Patek Philippe at this point in time? Let me know. Vote in the poll. Let me see. We have, is that true? We have 66 votes. That's awesome. Let's try to get to, when we get to maybe 70 votes, we'll cut it off when we get back to the Patek Philippe topic. But back to the Nico Leonard video. Richard Mille. Just jotting it down in my notes here. Let's go.
5 McLaren or whatever the you called it. Doesn't make me hard, mate. This is the era where it was cool, but the new stuff, the weird stuff, I'm not having it, to be honest. Buy the older Richard Milles, that's where it's at. And you know what? They dropped in value significantly, so that's an amazing opportunity to buy some really cool watches. Don't go out and buy the new RMs. Watch brand number 7, Frank.
Don't go out and buy the new RMs. Okay. That's the one I'm gonna reserve judgment on, but I'm gonna say that Richard Mille shouldn't be in the list. 99.99% of people can't buy Richard Mille anyway because it's so expensive and so exclusive. So I'm not sure if that should even be in the list.
Buy some really cool watches. Don't go out and buy the new RMs. Watch brand number 7, Frank Muller. Something that actually breaks my heart because I like Frank Muller. Frank Muller is a wee bit of a rock and roller. The guy itself.
Apparently Frank Muller was a thing back in the day. Like the watches were kind of whimsical and the dials were kind of cool and it was a breath of fresh air. They did pioneer, I think, in many regards, the tonneau-shaped case. But something happened. And that something that happened before I became a collector or a watch nerd or whatever 7 or 8 months ago when I first started getting into watches. So like I'm not like a watch expert. I don't know anything about watches, but apparently before I started getting into watches, something happened and Frank Muller became quite uncool. And I'm not sure what it was, but they fucked up. Whatever they did, they fucked up.
Was a wee bit of a rock and roller, like a lunatic, and I love lunatics. The funny bit is Frank Muller is dead, right? He's not dead. He's alive. The brand is dead.
Yeah, the brand. No one should be buying, unless again you're a very, very rich person and you have a very large collection and you like collecting things from all different brands. Sure, buy a Frank Muller, go for it. But if you're like one of us, like a regular guy, like a regular person with limited means, a focused collection. You know, we actually want to wear our watches and not just have them sit in a box or wear them once a year, like when Frank Mueller invites you to a fucking party or whatever. Then this watch is not for you. Do not buy the brand. I agree with Nico on that.
Dead, not the man. The man is a rock and roller, right? People say for years, Richard Mille is going to be the new Frank Mueller, and I'm stubborn bastard. I say absolutely not a chance. RM is
So he's actually saying something nice about Richard Mille.
above that. People made this connection between Frank Mueller and Richard.
Okay, what's going on here? Guys, check this out. There looks like there was people were trying to make a love connection between Frank Mueller and Richard Mille. Not the case. Not the case. This is a made up image. This is not Frank Mueller and Richard Mille in real life.
Really not a chance. RM is above that. People made this connection between Frank Mueller.
This video is pretty entertaining, I have to say. Huge shout out to Nico Leonard. I agree with a lot of what he's saying. I don't watch all. I'm too busy. I'm too busy to watch anybody else's videos. But in the spirit of reciprocity, let's thank Nico Leonard for letting me share his video. The link to his channel is in the chat. Check it out. Check it out and watch for yourself. But this is kind of funny. This is a good funny video.
Mueller and Richard Mille for the sole reason that they both use the tonneau shape, right? The tonneau shape becomes
Hey, what's up, Toyota Mo? Bill West says the rappers stopped wearing them. Yes, the rappers stopped wearing Frank Mueller. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't follow the rappers that closely. I'm not into the rap culture. So shout out to Hoff, by the way. Where is Hoff? I miss Hoff. Let's get Hoff as an expert, a guy who's like a genius, he runs a record label. You know that Hoff does? He runs like one of the most successful record labels in the business. That's probably why he's not on the streams anymore, because he's actually a fucking person who has a life, unlike me. But Hoff is a cool guy. Hoff, we're doing check your WhatsApp group. We're doing a dinner next week. You're invited. Come out to the dinner. It's at a very, very special place. Only people who are in the group know the location of the place. So Hoff, reach out to me on WhatsApp.
comes back from the 30s. Actually, I think earlier, the 20s. And it was Cartier that was the first really to bring out the tonneau shape. They were ladies' watches. Then Frank Mueller, 20s. And it was Cartier.
Yeah, it's a cool looking Cartier. All right, I get it. That's an interesting case shape.
That was the first really to bring out the tonneau shape. They were ladies' watches. Then Frank Mueller.
Hey, I said that. I said Frank Mueller was one of the first to do the tonneau case. Hey, I think I read that in a book somewhere. Or maybe, okay, I don't read. Okay, maybe I heard it like on a video. That's probably it.
Brought it mainstream. Frank Mueller became a instant hit because the man was behind the brand. And you know what? The man was a genius. He called himself the master of complications, and he was responsible for many insane complications. He was an incredible man. People are trying to say that Richard Mille is heading towards the same type of downfall that Frank Mueller has, only because it looks similar. Downfall of Frank Mueller is completely different. Downfall of Frank Mueller has got to do with quality control, using
quality control. Apparently they had a problem with quality control, according to Nico.
And allegedly foreign movements and foreign parts, and Frank Mueller being an absolute lunatic himself. I would actually argue this.
Well, he wouldn't be the first in the industry. He wouldn't be the first watch brand headed by an absolute lunatic.
Say, and this is going to hurt, that downfall could happen quicker to Francois Paul Journe, to
Oh shit, Nico.
Say, and this is going to hurt, that downfall could happen quicker to Francois Paul Journe, to FP Journe, than to Richard Mille, because the two characters.
Boom. Boom. You got to hand it to Nico. He knows how to levy those bombs.
They're quite similar, to be honest. I really love the old Frank Mueller. So what
I love the old Frank Mueller. Old Frank Mueller come back.
I'm saying here now is never ever buy a new Frank.
No, oh, these are terrible. These are terrible.
Mueller in the shop unless you get 60% off. Then it's quite cool. Just
Don't even buy them at 90% off. Just do not buy them. I wouldn't accept one if they were free. And I'm being 100% serious. I literally would not accept one if it were free. I don't want to deal. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to put it on the wrist. I don't want a fucking box with it sitting somewhere. I don't even want to deal with the time to get rid of it. Just don't even try.
Just go out and about and buy them pre-owned or buy the vintage ones. Now, vintage, the older ones. And if you wear an iced out one, you're a loser. Which number are we on, Johnny?
Yep, fucking loser, guys. You are a fucking loser if you buy Frank Mueller.
Now, vintage, the older ones. And if you wear an iced out one, you're a loser. Which number are we on, Johnny?
6.
All right, here we go. So we did 3 honorable mentions plus 4 out of the top 10 brands that you need to avoid at all costs. The 4 so far are Bremont, Aventi, Richard Mille, and Frank Mueller. And now on to the next one. Hey, SE, what's up? Good to see SE in the chat.
Wow, shall we speed it up a wee bit? Studio Underdog.
Hate the brand. Absolutely fucking hate them. I despise the entire segment of collectors that Studio Underdog represents. Terrible brand. Awful brand. Listen, this is an elitist watch channel. We only care about 4 brands here. Studio Underdog is not one of them. I don't like anything about this brand. I don't like anything about this bullshit idea that you should buy, that you should buy cheap watch brands and cheap watches are fun. OC, cheap watches are good, are fun to collect too. Now, most of you guys know that a lot of the commentary here on this channel is sarcasm. Some of it is it's sarcasm, guys. Sarcasm mixed in. After all, it's an entertainment program after all, guys. So don't get offended. No need to get offended by stuff that gets said here. These are things that get said to evoke emotion, to elicit a reaction, and to provide high quality entertainment value. Sometimes it doesn't work. Actually, most of the time it doesn't work. Let's be real. It works none of the time. It doesn't work at all. But I try. And Studio Underdog, fucking hate their guts. Don't like their watches. Think they're garbage. And I don't like what they do. And I don't like what they represent. And I don't like cheap watches. And I don't think people should buy cheap watches. Okay?
For sure. I think it's right. Nothing personal. I always liked Studio Underdog. It's got nothing to do with luxury watches, by the way. It's just fashion watches. But I find it cringy as and for some...
Yep. Cringy as fuck, guys. Hate them. This is not luxury. This is nothing. It's garbage. Garbage plastic watches.
Watches, by the way. It's just fashion watches, but I find it cringy as and for some unknown reason, it's now becoming a cult, or it has become a cult with a bunch of...
Yeah, a cult with a bunch of fucking losers. Absolute fucking dorks. That's a segment of the watch community that I fucking despise with a passion. These fucking watch dicks at these fucking events with their fucking Studio Underdogs and their fucking the whole watch wind-up crowd. Garbage watch after garbage watch after garbage watch. Come on, guys. People who watch this channel are way past that. People who are in our community, people who watch these YouTube live streams, we left those people in the dust ages ago. We hopefully skipped them. We bypassed all that garbage. We even skipped Tudor. We skipped Oris and Tudor and Nomos and all that fucking bullshit. And we went straight to the great brands. We went straight to Omega and Rolex. Okay?
Of losers. Look at my watermelon war becoming a cult.
He said exactly what I was going to say. Shout out to Nico Leonard, guys. So far, I'm agreeing with a lot of the shit. I'm agreeing with all these brands. Bremont, Aventi, Frank Mueller, and now Studio Underdog. I don't get Studio Underdog. I don't like them. By the way, I haven't watched this video. I'm reacting in real time, just like you are. So I appreciate all the cool people in the chat. I love the opinions, by the way. Over 60 people watching. Over 60 people watching. Guys, let's get to 45 likes, if that's possible. Let's get to 45 likes. By the way, now's a good time to mention all right, I'm back. Okay, cool. I'm back. Bad. We had a Wi-Fi glitch. All right. Is everything good? Can you hear me? Audio check. Check 1 2 1 2. You guys still there? Let me know if you're still there. Thanks for sticking with me. Look at the viewers went up. The viewers went up. I'll just fucking leave the show. I'll just leave and the viewers will increase. By the way, I want to give a shout out to my friends at Cased in Time. They have very graciously agreed to extend the promo code due to overwhelming demand. There's a promo code in place, Original OC. It's the biggest discount you can possibly get from Cased in Time. I mean, this is like, if you just go to Cased in Time and you sign up for the newsletter and you subscribe and you do all that stuff, you get a 10% discount. This discount is twice as big as the normal discount. 20% off. It's been extended through the end of the day today. I understand that there have already been hundreds of orders with the Original OC promo code. This is your last chance. I highly recommend that you buy something from Cased in Time. Check it out. Cased in Time. I've got one right here. Really, really good case. And if you don't believe me, check it out. This is the Purple Haze. The Purple Haze. And inside you'll see that it is lined with beautiful felt material to protect your timepiece. Your watch slides in it. It's got the humps there. Boom. Zip it up. Hard shell. There's nothing's going to happen to your watch, guys. Nothing. I don't get a penny. From Cased in Time. Okay. I just, they were nice enough to create the promo code. and everything goes, all the discount goes to you guys. I get 0. I get nothing. Boom. Shout out today wearing the Patek Philippe 5396G annual calendar. Cool. All right. Back to the action. Back to this video. Here we go.
Cult, or it has become a cult with a bunch of losers. Look at my watermelon watch. Look at my pizza watch. Look at my milkshake watch. They're cool watches for 300.
Are they cool watches for 300? No, they're not. No, they're not. If he's saying that they are, I disagree. I don't know what these sell for, but I wouldn't buy one at any price. Maybe, I guess if like you're into like super cheap novelty watches, like Moonswatch. Moonswatch is 300. This is 300. Okay, like you want like some garbage toy watches in your collection, just for fun. Oh, I have one with a pizza on the dial. Oh, I have one with fucking pepperoni and pineapple on the dial. Whatever. I mean, you do you, okay? Still fucking garbage. But at least you're only throwing away $300 a pop.
Look at my watermelon watch. Look at my pizza watch. Look at my milkshake watch. They're cool watches for 300 quid, but not starting at 500-600 quid, man. I was actually surprised I was looking on.
What? They're over $500? Are you serious? That can't be true. They can't be really $500, are they? I think they're like 200. I think they compete with Moonswatches. There's no way they're like more than 500 for a studio underdog.
On their website, they're trying to launch a watch.
What the fuck? What bullshit is this? Are they out of their fucking minds? Guys, it's a fucking joke. There's zero chance that anybody, and I mean anybody, should pay 1,700 pounds for a studio underdog watch. By the way, I'm going to drop the link to the panel. That way, if something happens to my Wi-Fi, someone else will be on the panel and can kind of hold the fort for the minute or two that it takes for me to jump back on. So, listen, we're halfway through this video. We're more than halfway through. We just got a couple minutes left. So far, I'm in 100% agreement. This is I had no idea Studio Underdog would even fathom, would ever contemplate making a watch that sells for more than maybe $300. Huge shout out to Captain, member of the OC channel in the chat. Purple Haze and Claret Red. Yep. Thank you, man. Let me just show those. Those are really, really good versions. So the best sellers here, I have Purple Haze. So they have Rose Red. Shout out to Rose. Mandarin Orange. Zesty Lemon. Claret Red. Ink Blue. And Purple Haze. Okay. I have Purple Haze. It's really cool. Now, use the promo code OriginalOC. Get 20% off your order. By the way, I ordered a whole bunch of these special time and tide edition. I don't want to say Krispy Kreme, but Krispy Kreme inspired designs. And I'm going to bring some with me to Geneva, and I think I'm going to give a few out as gifts to longtime customers, just random people, longtime fans, longtime members, subscribers, good friends. So if you see me in Geneva, chances are I might be carrying a couple of these around. I bought and by the way, there may be a special edition. I don't want to say there may be a special edition Cased in Time case coming out soon in the summer. So stay tuned for that. That'll be amazing. But thank you, Captain, for buying the the purple haze and the claret red. Those are very cool. And just again, I don't make a penny from Cased in Time. Nothing flows back to me. They even said, OC, we'll send you a bunch of free cases. They're not going to accept free cases from them. I'm not going to accept free anything from them. I said, I want everything to go directly to the people who are buying the cases. I want the full discount, everything going to the people buying the cases. So you guys get the full 20%. Got it? All right. Back to this absolute bullshit. All right, let's keep going. Studio Underdog, watch you should never buy. I agree.
That's for £1,700. Are you absolutely out of your mind? I love supporting the underdog. I love supporting the small guy.
I don't support the underdog, and I don't support the small guys. I think you guys should support the winners. Why support losers? I don't understand that concept. Why support brands that are about to go out of business? That's dumb. Don't support the losers. Don't support the brands who have failed. Support the winners. You want to be part of a winning team, not part of the losing team.
Guy, I am an underdog myself. I came from nothing and people supported me and I appreciate that and I love that. But I can't support this bullshit because what I see is just an absolute ripoff. People
Yep, it's a ripoff. I agree.
behind the brand now are just money grabbing, greedy pieces of shit. What's brand?
Captain, thank you for using the emojis. By the way, members of the channel have access to the custom emojis. There's AP, Rolex, Patek Philippe, McDonald's, maybe a couple others I can't remember. Shout out to the people who are members who get to use the custom emojis.
Brand number 5, Roger Dubuis. Very short.
Oh,
If you buy
Roger Dubuis. I got to update the list here. I got to update my handwritten list. Okay, got Roger Dubuis. All right, so we got Bremont, Aventi, Richard Mille. Now, for the record, I disagree with Richard Mille being on the list. Frank Mueller, Studio Underdog, and Roger Dubois. Roger Dubois. So far, I'm in agreement with overwhelming portion of this list. Huge shout out to Toyota Mo. $10 super sticker. That's huge. That is huge. $10 super sticker. And it is like a guy with a bunch of pairs of sunglasses. Thank you, Toyota Mo. I appreciate that. Toyota Mo, by the way, was at the big meetup with Mike the Snake and Keslowitz. The big meetup. He was almost at the meetup. He was invited to the meetup. But let's not go there. Toyota Mo had principles. He had principles, and along with a couple other people there that said, "Hey, we're not going to associate with people who attack and defame our friends." So huge shout out to Keslowitz, Toyota Mo, and everybody there who would stood their ground and stood up to the hate campaign. All right, back to the brand. Let's see, Roger Dubois. Roger Dubois.
a new Roger Dubuis in the shop, you have significant problems. Solve them immediately, sell the watch, take your loss, run away, don't ever look back. That's an era of your life you need to deny. Your kids are not allowed to know this. Roger Dubuis was the daddy back in the day. Introduced in the 90s, in 1999, introduced so many insane watches, really cool chronographs. Richemont bought the company in 2008, and I don't know who thought it was a good idea.
So they're part of the Richemont group. They were apparently bought in 2008. I don't know why Richemont would buy them, but maybe they were a great brand back then. They do make pieces that I like. don't get me wrong, but in terms of being a brand that you should buy brand new at retail, no. Don't even think about it. Avoid them at all costs, like Nico says. Do not buy them at retail. They could go out of business today, and it wouldn't impact Roger Dubuis at all because their best pieces are vintage pieces. So that's what I say about that.
To just ignore the history, ignore the beautiful marvels Roger Dubuis made, and just trying to make absolutely the most horrendous watches I've ever seen in my life, period.
Woo, those are fighting words. I don't know if I'd go that far.
Made and just trying to...
he's picking an extreme example.
Make absolutely the most horrendous watches I've ever seen in my life, period. Roger Dubuis, no go.
Okay. All right. So we've got 3 honorable mentions: JLC, Zenith, Panerai, and then we've got the big ones that, the top part of the top 10, avoid them at all costs: Bremont, Aventi, Richard Mille, Franck Mueller, Studio Underdog, and Roger Dubuis.
Brand you should never buy. Number 4, Jacques Dreux. Pieces of art.
Yep. Jacques Dreux, don't ever buy them. Shout out to Watches Brian. Who recently picked up a Jacques Dreux steel Jacques Dreux on the secondary market.
Well, an art I don't like. I have never heard of anyone that...
I actually kind of like them, to be honest with you. I actually do like their pieces for what they are. There's something about the minimalist subdial with the time that I like. It kind of reminds me of a Black Onyx Date 8 or a Movado, and I kind of like that. And I like the artwork that they do. I kind of like the brand, I'll be honest, but I agree that you shouldn't buy them.
I have never heard of anyone that bought a Jacques Dreux new.
Oh, you haven't heard of Watch It's Brian, who's a pillar of the community. He bought one.
I'm not standing for anything that loses 95%.
Okay. So it loses 90. It doesn't lose that much. Maybe it loses some
of the money. Value retention is important. It doesn't really matter to me.
Hey, that's true. That's something with which everyone can. That's something on which everyone can agree. Value retention is important, guys. It's not about. Listen, there's some people who say buy what you like, or like when it comes to buying watches, buy what you love. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Don't buy what you like. That's stupid. Buy what is a great value. Buy what you love, but is also a great brand and will win the flex wars. So don't fall for that bullshit that you should buy what you like. Never buy what you like. Chances are, if you haven't checked with somebody else to see if they like it or not, then you're making a bad decision. So don't buy what you like unless you check with your friends and peers and they approve. Okay? And then you can buy what you like, but only after they approve. Okay? Got it?
That much, but a watch that of the money, value retention is important. It doesn't really matter to me that much, but a watch that loses 90% of its value when you buy it, that means that the brand is priced wrong. I've not seen anything from Jacques Dreux for years, and I just feel like the Swatch Group.
Jacques Dreux introduced a Bon Jovi watch. I think it was a Bon Jovi watch. It was actually kind of cool, but I can't imagine anybody buying it. I can't imagine they sold a single one. But they do have some pieces that I think are kind of cool with the birds and the flowers and stuff. Like a lot of craftsmanship goes into the watches. But I think it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult to continue that brand. I've told the story many, many times. When I first got into watches, there was a Jacques Dreux boutique on Fifth Avenue. And I never actually went in because it was closed because of COVID. Because I started getting into watches after COVID. And when I came into the city, I would see the Jacques Dreux boutique there. It was all blacked out. And they had a sign on the door saying, reopening soon. But they actually never reopened. But Jacques Dreux is part of the Swatch Group. And it's kind of surprising that Watch It's Brian bought one, given his hatred of the Swatch Group, but he actually has a stainless steel Jacques Dro in his collection. Whoa, what's going on here? SE, who I will see in Geneva in 2 weeks. 50 euro super chat. I don't think I've ever even received a red super chat like this. That's incredible. Thank you, man. 50 euro super chat. Let's reflect why people buy luxury products in the first place. None of them is worth what they cost anyways. Why buy anything that no one knows unless you explain it to them, which is very, very uncool. Why buy anything that no one knows unless you explain it to them, which is very uncool. The only brands that speak for themselves are Rolex and Patek Philippe. Well said, SE. Thank you for being an incredible supporter of this channel. I can't wait to see you in Geneva. Such a great guy, great fan of Patek Philippe, which reminds me that we do have a poll going. SE, just in case you just joined us, we'll be talking about this topic. We'll be talking about how there's pretty much an all-out civil war brewing in the watch community over Patek Philippe, with collectors drawing battle lines as we approach Watches and Wonders and as we get ready to see the soon-to-be revealed 2025 novelties from Patek Philippe. Collectors and the watch community as a whole are bracing for a civil war over Patek Philippe. Is Terry Stern leading the company in the right direction? Or is he squandering his family's legacy? But collectors are abandoning the brand, and other collectors are rallying to Patek Philippe's defense. And we do have a poll running, and that poll question is as follows. The thing that I do not like about Patek Philippe, the thing that I dislike about Patek Philippe the most is Terry Stern's comments, the design of the cubitus, the fact that some watches sell for under retail, or fourth choice, an inadequate customer journey or poor customer experience. You can only vote for one. The polls are designed to spur and incite conversation and debate. Don't take them literally, guys. The whole channel is an entertainment channel designed to provoke and elicit emotions and reactions. So a little bit of satire, a little bit of facetiousness to deliver you medium quality entertainment. Okay? So vote in the poll. 84 people have voted so far. The poll may end at any time. If you just joined the live stream, there's over 70 people watching right now. Upvote this live stream right now, guys. Upvote the live stream. Let's do it. How many people do we have? How many likes do we have? Let's get to 50 likes. Let's get to 50 likes. And when we get to 50 likes, we'll probably close the poll. And we'll get back to the topic at hand about Patek Philippe. Back to the video. Here we go.
Is trying to kill the brand, if not on purpose, the same as Breguet. Number 3, Blancpain.
Oh, okay. So Jacques Dro, let me write this down on my piece of paper. Hold on. Jacques Dro, and then we've got Blancpain, number 3, guys. Just to recap the top 10, Bremont, number 10, Bremont, number 9, Avente, number 8, Richard Mille, number 7, Frank Mueller, number 6, Studio Underdog, number 5, Roger Dubuis, number 4, Jacques Dro. And now we're on number 3, Blancpain. Do you agree? Do you agree we should avoid Blancpain at all costs? Let's hear Nico's rationale.
Blancpain is arguably the oldest watch brand in the world. We're not going to go in mad detail in that. They also claim to have the first dive watch with the 50 Phantoms. We'll not go into detail there, but Blancpain was dead. They were done. The name was bought by Jean-Claude Biver in 1983.
Hey, shout out to Jean-Claude Biver, who revived the brand in the 80s. Yeah, they were nothing. They were gone, as Nico said. Gone. Dead and buried. Dead and buried until JCB came along and brought them like a phoenix from the ashes.
But Blancpain was dead. They were done. The name was bought by Jean-Claude Biver in 1983, who at the time worked at the SIHH. Jean-Claude Biver revived Blancpain and brought it to the absolute moon, and it was sold, I think, for 60, 70, or 80 million Swiss franc in the early 90s at the same time.
I love Blancpain's dress watches. I actually do. I do think there are a lot of Blancpain perpetual calendars that I think look very, very attractive. But would I buy one? No.
Frank Muller was started, so that was 1992. Great achievement. Jean-Claude Biver is the hero of the Swiss watch industry, for sure. Blancpain today is dead.
Ooh, dead. Let me show you an example. I'm going to show you, let's just veer off on a small tangent here. Watch. Let me see here. I'm going to go to a website that I like to go to that hold on. It's a one-man show, guys. A one-man show. So let me see if I can pull up an example of a Blancpain that I actually think is attractive. Let's see. I'm surfing on another tab. Just bear with me for a second while I find an example. It's harder than I thought. It's harder than I thought to find a good one. There's a lot of bad ones. There's some bad ones. I'll be honest. There are some bad ones. Well, there's a skeleton. That's not going to work. Not going to work. Okay, maybe I have to take it back. I might have to take it back, guys. Okay, here's one. Check this out. Is this awful? You tell me. A Blancpain from the 1990s, perpetual calendar, split-second chronograph. Is this awful? I don't think it's that bad. Shout out to Watch Brothers London. I don't think this is that. I mean, the shape of the moon phase is kind of weird, and the fact that it has like a eyes and nose on it, that's kind of terrible. Maybe this isn't that good. I mean, I like the 3 sub registers at the top. I don't know. What do you think? Bad? Terrible? Terrible Blancpain? I'm trying, guys. I was trying to give the brand benefit of the doubt. Trying to give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's not working. It's not working. Okay. I tried. Screw them. Screw Blancpain. Nico is right. Let's get back to the action.
Jean-Claude Biver is the hero of the Swiss watch industry, for sure. Blancpain today is dead. Dead. Done. Walk into a Blancpain boutique. You do not want to buy a watch there. You want to walk out. This is shit. There's no identity.
Yeah, they're actually moving the Blancpain boutique from 5th Avenue over to 57th Street. They're putting in a new boutique, believe it or not, next to Vacheron. I can't imagine they're going to be spending millions of dollars putting in a new Blancpain boutique. They're crazy.
identity in that brand anymore. It's gone. It's poof. There's so much possible with a brand like Blancpain, and unfortunately,
Blancpain. There's a lot of potential with a brand like Blancpain. Is that how you pronounce it? Blancpain? Would you ever buy a watch if the brand was actually pronounced that way? What the fuck? Seriously? Check out my Blancpain. My Blancpain? Get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna. It better be Blancpain.
buy a watch there. You want to walk out. This is shit. There's no identity in that brand anymore. It's gone. It's poof. There's so much possible with a brand like Blancpain, and unfortunately,
Blancpain? There's so much possibility with a brand like Blancpain.
the Swatch Group is doing all with it because they're making money left, right, and center with other brands. It breaks my heart to tell you this, but you should never buy a Blancpain. Don't do it. Number
There you go. Well, I have to agree. Don't buy Blancpain. If you want, buy a 50 Fathoms. Those are great watches. But in general, for the masses, for the people watching, we have to support each other. We have to rally the troops around each other and protect each other in these times of crisis. And while we're in the middle of a global moratorium on watch purchases, we should be reinforcing that Blancpain or Blancpain or Blancpain or Blippy or Blippy, wherever the fuck you said, is not one of the brands that you spend your money on. Okay. Shout out to the Jorn Identity in the chat. Do a search for Deadbeat Seconds on Amazon. Deadbeat Seconds, the exclusive 1916 Company gold hardcover edition, available now on Amazon.com. If you don't have Deadbeat Seconds, I'll be honest with you guys. If you don't own a copy of Deadbeat Seconds, I'll be really pissed. Every single person watching this show should own a copy of Deadbeat Seconds. I am serious. Don't even stop watching this live stream right now. Go to Amazon.com, type in Deadbeat Seconds by J.W. Foster. Choose a version. You could choose the soft cover. You could choose an Audible. You could choose the special 1916 Company gold edition hardcover. But there's zero excuse for you not owning Deadbeat Seconds, one of the most incredible action-packed thriller novels, probably the best release of the year. I'm going to put it at the top of the New York Times bestseller list. I'm going to appoint Deadbeat Seconds as the winner of the New York Times bestseller list for hardcovers. You heard it here first. So, guys, go buy Deadbeat Seconds. Thank you.
two, one of the biggest.
Here we go. Number two on the list of the worst brands of all time. Well, not really, but brands you should avoid at all costs. I don't know. I've never seen this video, so I'm reacting in real time along with you guys. What is it?
Embarrassments of the industry called homages. One brand in particular, Steinhardt. I'm not going to go in detail. Don't ever buy a Steinhardt, not even new pre-owned nor anything else. If you own a Steinhardt, throw it in the bin right now.
I agree 1 billion %. I agree 1 billion %. I fucking hate Steinhardt with a passion. If you own Steinhardt, can you please do me a favor and crush it on the live stream? Just jump on the live stream right now and smash it to pieces with a fucking hammer. Steinhardt is absolute trash. They're a fucking disgrace. I'm with zero judgment against the people that bought Steinhardt. If you bought a Steinhardt for whatever reason, I will grant you a full pardon. I will grant you a pardon. You will be exempt from prosecution. But you have to destroy it. Jump on the live stream, destroy the fucking piece, smash it with a hammer, do whatever it takes. Okay? But there's zero chance you should have a Steinhardt in your collection. Oh, this is funny. You think you're going to get on the panel? That's fucking hilarious. There's zero chance you would be allowed on my panel. Zero chance in hell. Don't even think about it. Get off. Get out of the back room. That's funny. You won't even believe. You won't even believe who's in the back room. You're not getting on the panel, bro. Sorry. All right, Steinhardt, I agree. 70 people watching this nonsense right now. Guys, upvote the live stream. Let's we already hit 50 upvotes, so we're good. We're at 50 upvotes. Let's see how many people we have voted in the poll. Wow, we're almost at 100 votes in the poll. Tell you what, why don't 100 would be a really great round number. So, well, let's get to 100 votes in the poll. Guys, even if you're a lurker or a hater, like the person in the back room. Oh. I'm not scared to talk to you. He's in the back room typing. Why are you scared to talk? I'm not scared to talk to you. It's just like, I just don't want you on the show. This is my channel. So this is this isn't that kind of channel. No offense. But some of you people in the chat, I think you don't actually know who it is. So don't assume that you know who it is. It's not the person you think. But it's just that, we do actual watch talk here. We don't do like bullshit, crazy nonsense here. So this is a watch channel, smart watch talk for the smart collector. Speaking of smart collectors, SE says, I'd vote if I could relate to any of these options. Well, come on. You could vote for, there's one of them. There's got to be at least one that in the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, if I had to pick one, maybe this particular area is an area where Patek Philippe could improve. Yeah, and just vote for that one. I mean, don't read the poll, don't read the question so literally. Of course, you don't hate Patek Philippe. Of course, and don't read those choices so literally. People are going to really not like the fact that I didn't let this person on, because it would be great fireworks. It'd be great fireworks for the channel, but I can't do it. Sorry. It's someone I met in person. I'll put it that way. And listen, I have no problem with the person, personally, but it's just not that kind of channel. All right, let's get back. Steinhardt, guys, I will drop the link to the chat. If you own a Steinhardt and you want to destroy it on the air, I'm getting flooded with messages now, like who's in the back room. I can't say. A blast from the past, an absolute blast from the past. All right, there's the link to join the panel. 75 people watching. We're almost done with this video. We have been reviewing this Nico Leonard video on the 10 watch brands you need to avoid at all costs. We also have a poll going. Okay, I'll see what's up.
G'day. I love the Patek hate. It's very
It's
good.
fun. For the record, you were not the person in the back room that I didn't want to let on.
Mhm.
There's somebody else back there.
I'm still preparing for Jenny. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, there's nothing to prepare. What am I going to do? I'm gonna pack the day before. I'm gonna throw in a bunch of stuff. Grab my passport, some outlet adapters, and that's it. We're ready to go. We're ready to rock.
I'm talking tech. Like I got this new stabilizer for the phone.
Let's see that again.
So So if we're around the table or something like that, we can
It
have
follows
the
you.
camera follow the audience. I mean, follow the protagonist.
That's pretty
Should be
cool tech.
interesting.
Pretty cool technology.
Yeah, yeah. They only just came on the market, I think, like 2 months ago. So it's kind of cool.
You don't mind? Do you take issue with any? Have you been watching? Have you been following for the last I don't know how 2 hours?
I tried to scrub through as best as I can. You had a good poll there as well.
Had a good poll, but we've been reviewing this Nico Leonard video on the top 10 brands you need to avoid at all costs. He had 3 honorable mentions: JLC, Zenith, and Panerai. And then the top 10 is Bremont, Avente, Richard Mill. Number 7 is Frank Mueller. Number 6 is Studio Underdog. Number 5, Roger Dubuis. Number 4, Jacques Dro. Number 3, Blapin. And number 2 is Steinhardt. So here we go. Let's listen to his reasons for Steinhardt.
Send me a photo and I will replace it with a God-tier watch. That's a promise. Something that absolutely breaks my heart to do, number 1, is...
Oh, that was quick. So Steinhardt basically was covered in like 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not a lot to justify the hate.
Yeah. If you, what was that?
Not a lot to justify the hate.
Yeah, not a lot needed. Guys, if you own a Steinhardt and you want to destroy it, jump on the stream. You will be granted a pardon, a full pardon. You'll be granted immunity, blanket immunity from prosecution, and you'll be able to get rid of it live on the air and seek redemption. So there you go. Number 1, guys. Number 1. I want to check the poll real quick. We need one more vote in the poll to get to 100 votes. When we get to 100 votes, I'm going to close the poll. So someone vote in the poll right now. The thing that I dislike the most about Patek Philippe is A, Terry Stern's comments, B, the design of the Cubitus, C, the value of some of their watches, or D, an inadequate journey or poor customer experience. We need one more vote in the poll, and we will close the poll. You could be the lucky 100th vote. Do it now.
What were the options again? I mean, I know which one I picked, but I think it was lacking in another option.
It could have been lacking. It was a hasty poll. The thing that I dislike the most about Patek Philippe is A, Terry Stern's comments, B, the design of the Cubitus, C, the fact that some watches sell for under retail, or D, bad journey or customer experience. We have 100 votes in, and the results are as follows. You guys voted. The results are binding. They represent the accurate and comprehensive views of the global watch community. The thing that you dislike the most about Patek Philippe is, with 37% of the vote, the bad journey, the tough journey. It's a tough journey, guys, very tough journey and inadequate customer experience. It's the journey that people don't like about Patek Philippe. 37% of you said the journey. It's having to commit to actually loving the brand, having to commit to being loyal to the brand, committing to liking their whole catalog, several collections, instead of just liking a Nautilus or an Aquanaut. That's the thing that you dislike the most. Coming in second with 28% of the vote was Terry Stern's comments. You didn't like the fact that he called you out on being a hater. You didn't like the fact that he was so blunt and transparent. You didn't like the directness. He basically said, listen, you guys, the people who were condemning the Cubitus, you people are fucking haters, and you weren't customers to begin with, and you'll never be a customer. So why the fuck do I care what you think? Fuck off. And you didn't like that. So 28% of you didn't like Terry Stern's comments. Number 3, in third place with 20% of the vote, the Cubitus. You say that you don't like the design of the Cubitus. Okay, fair enough. And then in coming up in fourth place with 14% of the vote, you don't like that some of the watches sell for under retail because you're too focused on value retention and not so much on the artistry and the elegance and the timeliness of the timepieces. You don't care about buying watches to love and to enjoy and to wear. You care more about resale value. So 14% of you fall into that category. So 100 people voted. Those are the results. Thank you, everybody, for voting. By the way, thank you, SE, by the way, for funding the YouTube Premium. Thank you, SE, for funding the YouTube Premium, along with John D and so many other great members of the original OC channel. Yeah, so 37% of you are not lovers of the brand, and so therefore you think it's a poor customer experience. 28% of you were upset that Terry Stern called you out for being a hater. 20% of you don't have good taste and you don't like the look of the Cubitus. And 14% of you just want watches that go for over retail.
I think the option that you didn't have in there was I don't like any of their watches. Is the one that I needed.
Didn't have room.
That I wanted.
Yep. Okay. That's fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Would you
I mean, I sort of liked
reason why you don't.
Yeah, I sort of like the Nautilus. Like 30% of me sort of felt like it was an okay watch. The other 70% was like Royal Oak is better. But the like that 30% is gone now with the Cubitus because I can't look at a Nautilus and not just see a Cubitus as like weird cousin.
Ghost of Yiddish Gambino, who's a member of the channel, joins us. I love that the watches sell under retail, so I can get them on the secondary market after a schmuck like me took the depreciation hit from new. Good point of view. Fair enough. But then you're not on the Protect journey. You're not on the Protect journey with the retailer. And there are the pros and cons of each. Got Dr. Kevin Moore in the chat. What's up, Dr. Moore? You looks like you're new to the channel. Please make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to become a member, I will drop a link to become a member. Memberships start as little as $200 a month, which is cheap considering the great quality of the content here. Check out the membership options. And by the way, Cased in Time, 20% discount. Use the original OC promo code. Good for one more day, guys. One more day. I understand there are hundreds of orders have been placed. Thank you, guys. All of the discount goes to you. I don't get free cases. I don't get money. I don't get kickbacks. I don't get anything. I'm doing this 100% for you guys. I believe in the product. I believe in Cased in Time. I have one. I have one and I use it. I have Purple Haze. Purple Haze, all in my case.
In the pictures, it showed the watch sitting on top of a foam insert. Is that?
Yep.
Is that how you use it, or is that just how like people?
That's
like
one
people
of the great,
photographing.
That's one of the greatest things about this case. Okay, well, real quick. One of the coolest things about this case is not only can you use it as a case to protect your watch and carry it, but when you open it up, it actually serves as a tray for two watches. So let's say you're at a dinner or whatever, and you have a watch on your wrist, like I do here, and then I have one in the case, right? You can open up the case and you've got your watch here. You can take your other one off and put it on the other side, and it actually serves as a tray. It's
Do you have like a removable foam donut inside there? Is that
it's not removable? It's a fixed.
Okay, yeah. Because in one of their pictures for for promos, I saw that they had the foam insert that was used during shipping, as best as I can tell. It was still in there, and they put a watch on top of the foam insert. I'm just like, that's not how I think it's meant to be used. But anyway.
No, I mean that's probably for just picture purposes. So no, the watch will fully go inside that donut there, and then close it up. And once you do that, I mean, yeah, the watch will move a little bit in there, but it's protected. But the main thing is, it's a hard case. Nothing's going to happen to this. So it's going to be protected, whether it goes through security or it's sitting in a hotel safe or it's in a bag, or you drop it you could drop this and nothing's going to happen to it. Your watch will be safe.
I wouldn't drop a watch in.
Well, you wouldn't intentionally drop it, but if you did, it would be protected.
Like how though? as in like it'll protect it from like a literal dent, but it could easily damage the movement still.
If it were a Rolex, probably not. But if it is protected from being damaged, externally damaged, dented, scraped, broken crystal or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the video. We will now reveal the number one brand that you should avoid at all costs. I don't know what it is. I haven't watched this video. I'm reacting in real time along with you guys. So here we go. Number one brand you should avoid.
Unfortunately, the most important watch brand in the entire world. The reason why we have certain complications today.
Do you want to guess what it is? I haven't seen this.
Let's say Patek, but he recently got a Patek, so I'm wondering.
That's impossible.
When this video was shot.
This just came out a few days ago.
Let's go with Breguet.
You think Breguet? I'm going to say Jacob & Co.
Well, is Jacob & Co. really pioneering complications that anyone else actually cares to use?
No, but I don't think any of the brands. I don't think that's a criteria for being named. As one.
Well, he just said reason why we have certain complications today. So it's got to be a watchmaker, like as in like they make complications. So this is not Rolex he's talking about. It could be Patek, could be Breguet, could be AP. Is it fair to say it could be AP?
I don't know. I'm guessing along with you guys. I haven't seen this. I'm being 100% honest. I have not seen this.
I haven't either.
I have no idea what it is. If that's a clue,
I'm going to say AP just from like the fact that he recently got a Patek. Maybe.
Aussie. You know that he's an ambassador for AP, right? He actually.
Oh, that's official. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. He actually does have a collaboration with a brand.
Oh.
So I would definitely not AP. He's not going to name a great brand like AP or Patek Philippe or. I mean, he named Richard Mille, which I thought was a shock. But Breguet, there's so many other brands that are
too low key. Well, they got to be responsible for complications. That ends up being a very short list. Like inventing complications. It's got to be a very short list.
Double D. Honestly, he's so. I don't necessarily agree with this comment, but I'll pull it up anyway. It's spicy. Honestly, he's so irrelevant. It's funny to watch, but who would ever care what this fat beta thinks? Go, he's slimmed down. He's actually slimmed down quite a bit. Double D. This is by far one of the most entertaining.
Has he? Videos. When did he do that?
Well, he just looks thinner. I mean, his face is a lot thinner. He's not as big as he looked before. What do you think this is, guys? I don't know. If you've seen this, keep your mouth shut. If you've seen this, don't give it away. But if you haven't seen it, give your guess. I would have said Jacob & Co. just because I know that he trashed Jacob & Co. and the CEO and the leader of the company. Well, the former CEO, the CEO's father, a couple of months ago. But all right, let's see what it is, guys. Here we go. Mike Lewis says he never mentioned Piaget. That's a good point. But what?
Let's go with Jean, FP Jean. I've changed my
FP Jean. Okay, that would be very controversial if you did that. Breguet is a lot of people saying Breguet in the chat. Let's see. Let's reveal. Here we go. That's gonna be a surprise to me.
the most important watch brand in the entire world. The reason why we have certain complications today, including the Tourbillon, one of the oldest watch brands in the world. But Jesus Christ, don't buy them new.
It's probably Breguet, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's probably Breguet because he's kind of hinting that they're a very historic brand, and they invented the tourbillon, which Alexander Graham Bell, who was at Breguet at the time, invented the tourbillon, and so
The Tourbillon, one of the oldest watch brands in the world. But Jesus Christ, don't buy them new. Don't
shout out to Alexander Graham Bell.
buy past glory. And Breguet, unfortunately, is past glory. There's very
It is Breguet. It
Ouch.
is. Ouch. And when you think
Ouchie,
about
ouch.
it's ouch because Breguet, Blancpain, Jacques Dro, all members of the Swatch Group. So he's really hitting Swatch Group hard. Literally dead as fuck, he says, of Breguet. Guys, I like Breguet. I like the people who have Breguet. I like, there's certain models I love. The retrograde date. I like the retrograde seconds. But this is a tough and controversial pick. Let's see what he says.
is past glory. There's very passionate people at Breguet, and they absolutely heartbroken themselves about the current state of the brand. I would love to be the guy in 10 years or in 5 years or whatever, to have a good amount of people around me to buy Breguet from the Swatch Group and save that brand and bring that back to former glory. Breguet is one of the most important brands in the industry, and we wouldn't have the industry today if it wasn't for Breguet. And we're not talking about the financial
Okay, so he's talking him up. He's saying great things about him so far.
aspect. We're talking about the mechanical marvels that we call watches. It breaks my heart. If I look at all the boutiques around the world, it is actually sad. They're empty, and it shouldn't be like that. They don't need to change their identity. They need to change their direction. Bride and pre.
Okay. How?
At 60,
he mentioned
70.
he mentioned like eventually buying them. How did Nico get wealthy in the last few years? I'm a little confused because he was sort of like at wit's end with his business and, you know, up against the wall. And would be very shocked if a watch dealer had newfound success in the watch industry selling watches in the last few years. This doesn't add up to me. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't. Like if you told me you got like tens of millions of dollars by selling watches, I'd be very shocked.
I have to admit, I'm not an expert on Nico Leonard's finances. I don't know, but I think it's a combination of a few things. The two big ones are that he still has a dealership. Can't remember if it's Ireland or Northern Ireland, but called Pride and Pinion that he has a partner. So he's a watch dealer and an authorized dealer for a bunch of brands. And the second is he's a big YouTube influencer. He actually has a pretty significant YouTube presence with over 1 million subscribers, and he has marketing people who back him and give him topics, and he does plenty of videos and gets a lot of money through monetization of the advertising of those videos. So other than that, there might be some other things like product placements and product sponsorships and other things, but I think he's one of the most successful YouTubers that came out of the watch space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1.8 million. It's very high.
Link for Nico Leonard is dropped in the chat. That's the special link for Nico and Nico only to jump on the panel.
Oh, cool.
All right, so that's it. We're almost done here.
Around the world, it is actually sad. They're empty, and it shouldn't be like that. They don't need to change their identity. They need to change their direction. Bride and pre-owned at 60, 70% cheaper.
Ooh.
These are the 10 watch brands you should avoid.
Well, there you go. So that was quick. He didn't really offer any advice other than change your direction.
Yeah.
So doesn't sound like he is giving them much hope to survive. What's up, Bill West? And we got Scratchy in the chat. Golden Baba's in the chat. The real Nival, who's a member of the original OC channel. I just purchased my Cased in Time with the OC discount. Awesome. Good. 20% discounts, the biggest discount you could possibly get on Cased in Time. Great watch cases like the one I have here. This is Purple Haze. I use the promo code original OC. This is the last day. The last day extended. The promo code has been extended due to overwhelming demand. They've sold hundreds of these cases with that promo code. So, which makes me probably the #1 celebrity endorser of all time for Cased in Time. Who would have thought? All right.
So Social Blade is saying that his channel is worth at a top end $17,000 a month.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's like 200,000 a year minus expenses, taxes, production.
But he probably gets significant amount from product placements and endorsements, right?
Yeah, it's got to be brand deals, that sort of thing, because like these earnings would pay for production effectively. It doesn't look like it could earn you some real money, quote unquote. Yeah. It's just fun. It's funny. Like he had an amazing car at the Gumball rally. I think it was like I can't remember which Ferrari, but I looked it up. It's like $800,000. Just unbelievable Ferrari that would just break down every 5 feet.
But that was given to him by a sponsor. Yeah, that wasn't his own Ferrari. That was a paid sponsorship. So that's an example of how he does very well financially.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he talked about it as if it was his own car, though, like that he couldn't. He purchased it, that there were issues from day one, and then every stage of the rally, check engine light. It was a bullshit car, basically.
But I'm 99% sure that was paid by one of the brands that was advertising on his channel or associated with either the rally or one of those. I don't know for sure, but it's not his car. It was, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good content though. See, people.
It was good. I enjoyed that. The whole Gumball 3000 thing or whatever it was. It was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. But Breguet, they probably deserved that, right? I wasn't.
I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have put them that high up on the list. I mean, I think I could think of other brands like Jacob and Co. And I'd probably have to think about it. I wouldn't put FP Journe on the list of like at all.
Right. So Jacob was on the list earlier?
Yes. No, Jacob was not, so.
Okay. Yeah, not putting Jacob on the list seems a little bit strategic.
Yeah, he didn't want he didn't want to actually give them any attention. Thank you, Ival. All right. Now, just like we've done a over 2 hour live stream, just real quick, getting back to the main topic. We are on the brink of an all-out civil war in the watch community. It's not hyperbole. We're not just saying that for dramatic effect. It is the truth. Patek Philippe haters have put in place a boycott of the brand and are encouraging people to engage in a widespread sell-off of Patek Philippe, to boycott the brand and sell off their collection. One of the most noted collectors took to the airwaves, this was actually a private forum, but the OC team was able to obtain this. This is one of the most respected collectors in the industry, talking on a private forum, a private group. And he said as follows: a couple of months ago, after Terry Stern's arrogant comments about Cubitus centers not being able to afford a Patek Philippe, let alone multiple Patek Philippes, I didn't feel like I connected with the brand any longer. Down to 2 pieces, which I will keep for now, And the two pieces that he's keeping are the 5205G and the 5711R. It's a 5711 in rose gold and a 5205 in white gold. And then he goes on to say, I sold pieces. I sold a 68 steel, a 5164 Aquanaut in steel, a 5164 Aquanaut in rose gold, and a 5235/50 rose gold. So this is one of, I will keep him anonymous, but he's one of the known Patek Philippe collectors. And do you agree that Patek collectors should be abandoning the brand over what Terry Stern said? Are you concerned about the strategic direction of Patek Philippe? We will know more about their 2025 strategy in just a few days when they release their new novelties, and I will see close up their new releases in Geneva, Switzerland at Watches and Wonders. I will bring pictures of those releases to you guys live from Geneva, and we shall see. We shall see what the future brings. I'm Team Patek, but they're members of the community, members of the audience that have said, I'm done with Patek Philippe. I'm done, and I'm not continuing the journey. I'm not starting it, or I'm abandoning the journey. And it's quite the discussion, quite the conundrum.
Well, what do you want from Patek?
I'm actually cool with what I have already, which is the 5396 annual calendar. Is there something I want next? No, not at this exact moment. There's nothing that really works for me 100% that I would plunk my hard-earned money down for. It's, I don't know.
So that's basically my category. The option that I said was like, there's nothing that they have that I would want.
Yeah. Yep. There's nothing in the current collection that I love. I mean, I would really like a 5711 steel, but they don't make it. I'd like a 5811 white gold, but I ain't gonna get it, you know. Would love to get I think that's it. I'd love to get a 5711 in rose gold. Or
I think
maybe
that's a cool piece.
5811 in rose, they don't make it. They don't make 5811 in rose gold. So nothing really for me. But guys, it's been a fun show. Thank you for hanging with me for almost 2.5 hours. Thanks, Aussie Expat, for jumping on. Thanks to everyone who voted in the poll. Thanks to Toyota Mo for the $10 super sticker, and to SE for the €50 super chat. Really appreciate the support. Let's see. Guys, upvote the live stream on the way out. And I think that's about it. Let me see if there's anything else. I can't think of anything else. So guys, boom. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your Saturday. We'll catch up with you again. Maybe tonight we'll do another live stream. You never know. But have a great weekend. Peace out. Love you guys. Cased in time, 20% discount. Promo code Original OC. See ya.